Of course, it's not just animals that are disappearing from this world because of humans, but birds too. There was a time when sparrows were commonly seen outside our homes, but now they have become rare. And it's not just them. Many other bird species are vanishing rapidly, with some already extinct. We have some of their last known photographs, and today I'm going to show them to you. So make sure to watch this video till the end. Number 6. Lysan rail. Friends, the Lysan rail was a small rail species that lived on Lysan Island in Hawaii in the 1900s. The island was perfect for them because it provided abundant food and there were no natural predators. As a result, these birds survived without the need to fly. Instead of flying, they preferred running from one place to another. However, this peaceful existence didn't last long. In 1903, humans introduced rabbits and rats to Lysan Island for hunting and trade purposes. The rabbits destroyed the island's natural vegetation, leading to a shortage of food for the Lysan rail. Meanwhile, the rats started preying on their eggs and chicks. By 1918, this bird species had nearly disappeared from Lysan Island. In 1920, scientists attempted to save them by relocating some individuals to Midway Atoll, and for a while, their population remained stable. However, during World War II, new predators arrived on the island, leading to further decline. By 1944, only one Lysan rail was left, which you are seeing in the footage playing on your screen. Eventually, it too perished, and the species was officially declared extinct. Number 5. Paradise parrot. The paradise parrot was one of the most beautiful parrot species to have ever existed. It was found exclusively in Queensland, Australia, where it thrived in grasslands and woodlands. These parrots lived in pairs or small groups and were known for their striking colors. Unlike most parrots, they built their nests on the ground, often using termite mounds for shelter. They preferred walking on the ground rather than flying. However, in the early 1900s, their population began to decline rapidly. The exact reason is still unknown, but many believe that a severe drought in Australia around 1902 played a major role in their disappearance. By 1950, they had become so rare that they were declared extinct. The photograph you are seeing now was taken in 1922, showing a paradise parrot entering its nest. Sadly, about 5 years after this photo was taken, no one ever saw this species again. Number 4. Pink-headed duck. The pink-headed duck was one of the most unique and rare duck species found in India, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. What made them so special was their pink-colored head and their strong flying ability. Despite this, they often avoided predators by diving into the water rather than flying away. First discovered in 1790, these ducks were already rare at the time. However, when British colonists arrived in the subcontinent, excessive hunting and habitat destruction led to a drastic decline in their population. The last confirmed sighting of a pink-headed duck was in India in 1949. However, in recent years, some farmers and fishermen have reported seeing them in isolated swamp regions of northern Myanmar. Because these areas are difficult to access, and since the pink-headed duck was nocturnal, active at night, tracking them has been extremely challenging. Due to these factors, the IUCN has not officially declared them extinct, but has listed them as critically endangered. Number 3. Norfolk Island Kaka. The Norfolk Island kaka was a unique parrot species that lived on Norfolk Island in the Pacific Ocean. Also known as the Norfolk Island kaka, this bird had a larger and stronger beak than most parrots. It was famous for its distinctive calls and primarily fed on fruits, seeds, and insects. These birds nested inside large tree hollows. However, in the early 1800s, European settlers reached nearly every island in the region. Just as introduced species like rats and mongooses wiped out the Kauai o'o bird on Hawaii, a similar fate awaited the Norfolk Island kaka. Europeans introduced pigs, rats, and cats to Norfolk Island, which significantly disrupted the ecosystem. Predators like cats and rats started preying on their chicks, while humans hunted the adult parrots for their meat. By the early 1800s, the species had already become rare. In 1851, the last two known Norfolk Island kakaas were captured, and the photograph you see on the screen is of one of those last individuals. Eventually, after their deaths, the species was officially declared extinct. Number 2. Great auk. The great auk was a flightless bird that closely resembled penguins. It is considered a relative of modern-day puffins. Weighing around 5 kilograms, this semi-aquatic bird spent most of its life near the ocean, primarily feeding on fish. Fossil evidence suggests that great auks existed for over 100,000 years, mainly inhabiting modern-day Canada, Greenland, and northern Europe. These birds laid only one egg per year, which made them highly vulnerable to population decline. Unfortunately, their extinction was driven by excessive hunting. In the early 1830s, people started killing them in large numbers for their meat and feathers, causing their population to plummet rapidly. The last confirmed sighting of a great auk was in 1844 on an Icelandic island. At the time, cameras did not exist, so there are no real photographs of them. However, preserved feathers and fossils of the great auk can still be seen in museums in London. Number 1. Laughing owl. The laughing owl was a unique species of owl found in New Zealand. It primarily hunted insects, tuataras, and small birds. Instead of nesting in trees, it preferred caves for shelter. One of its most distinctive features was its call, which sounded like human laughter. When European settlers first heard it, they mistook it for a person laughing in the distance. Sadly, due to habitat destruction and the introduction of new predators by European settlers, the laughing owl's population declined rapidly. The last confirmed sighting of this bird was in 1914, and the photograph you see now is of the last known individual. After its death, the species was declared extinct. These were just a few examples, but countless other bird species have fallen victim to human-induced destruction. Who knows? The birds you see today might one day only exist in photographs. That's why it's crucial to protect nature. If you found this video interesting, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel.